Hi boys and girls, today we're doing lesson number 11 and we're going to do the application problem together. So make sure you turn to the page that lesson number 11 application problem is on. Read it with me. Sharon has 3 dimes and 1 penny. Mia has 1 dime and 3 pennies. Whose amount of money is greater? So who has more money? Let's draw it out to figure it out. So we're gonna make 2 sections, one for Sharon and one for Mia, and we're gonna draw out their money. So I'm not just gonna draw the amount of coins that they have. I wanna know what is the amount, how much is their money worth. So when I write Sharon's 3 dimes, I want to put the amount inside of the dimes. So how much is a dime worth? How much is each one of these worth? Good, 10 cents. So if you have a dime, you have 10 cents. So she's got 3 dimes and 1 penny. So I'm going to put a penny and I'm going to put the amount inside. How much is a penny worth? Just 1 cent. So I'm going to put a 1 inside. Great job. Let's do Mia's. Mia has 1 dime and 3 pennies. So I'm going to draw 1 dime, put the amount 10, and then I'm going to draw 3 pennies and write the amount inside of the pennies. So now in order to see who has more, whose amount is greater, I need to work it out. So if I'm counting the dimes, I'm going to be counting by 10 because there's 10 inside. And when I count the penny, I'm going to count by ones. So 10, 20, 30, 1. Sharon has 31 cents. Okay, and then Mia, she has 10. I'm sorry, it's hard to see. She's got 10, 11, 12, 13. So I only counted 1, 10, and then 3 more. 10 and 3 is 13, or 30 and 1 is 31. Maybe you could just do it by looking at it. You see 3 tens, you know that a 3 goes in the 10 place. And you see 1, 1, so a 1 goes in the 1 place. If you went over here, you saw there's 1 10, so there's only a 1 in the tens place and 3 ones. So there's 3 in the ones place. Maybe you could figure that out right when you saw it. So now we're going to use what we did yesterday or last week, which is knowing what is greater. So which number is greater? You can use what I just said about how many 10s, right? Sharon has more 10s, so I already know she's got more. 31 is greater than 13, so you can fill in and use my sentence stem. 31 is greater than 13. And then I did another sentence stem, has a greater amount. Who has a greater amount? Sharon. So you can write this sentence on your lines on your paper. Sharon has a greater amount because 31 is greater than 13. Okay, great job. Now we're going to work on something a little bit different. We're going to do some work with number bonds. Okay, so I need you to help me out. I only got one hand right now. One hand of counting sticks. Show me all of your counting sticks, all your fingers, and I want you to show me 2 plus 1. Show me 2 on one hand, 1 on the other to show me 2 plus 1. And what's the answer? I hope you're saying 3. You got this. You're ready for 2nd grade. You know 2 plus 1. All right, 2 plus 1 equals 3. So on my number bond, where am I going to put the total? Where does the total go? Okay, I hope you're saying at the top. So let's finish our number sentence. 2 plus 1 equals 3. So my total, my whole goes on the top. And then 2 was a part and 1 was a part. Good, so let's pretend that these are bananas. So read the sentence if each of these are bananas. So 2 bananas plus 1 banana equals 3 bananas. Can we draw these out using our math drawing? when I'm drawing ones, if there's only 2 bananas, that means that I can use ones. 2 bananas plus 1 banana equals, and now I can count them, 1, 2, 3. 3 bananas. All right, now a little bit more challenging. I have 2 tens plus 1 10. 2 tens plus 1 10 equals how many tens? Good job. We're still looking at the number. Just like in this problem, 2 plus 1 equals 3. I can add the same way. 2 tens plus 1 10 equals 3 tens. Now, I see the numbers, the digits are the same, but the value is different, right? How am I going to draw 2 tens? I draw that differently than I draw 2 ones. I draw tens by using lines to know that the value is different. Each of these lines is worth 10 bananas. So how many bananas are here represented here with 2 tens? If I have 2 groups of 10 of bananas, how many do I have? Now, again, you can use your magic counting sticks. Do you remember how we represented 10 with our magic counting sticks? Good. We put our hands together and make a fist, and that represented 1 10, or 10 of our fingers when we spread them back apart. We don't have everybody in our class today to be able to work together to do this, so I have something to show you. I'm going to do it with you using a bundle. But 2 tens, 1 10, draw 1 10 over here. Here we go again, 1, 2, 3, boom. 2 tens plus 1 10 equals 3 tens. All right, in order to come up with the value of each, I want, in class we would use our hands. So we would say, here's my magic counting sticks, and I would say make 10, and you'll put them together. And then we could have 2 friends together to make 2 tens, and we need 1 more friend to come and make 2 tens plus 1 10, and then we would have how many tens all together? We would have 3 tens. Then we would spread our fingers apart to see how many it is. So I've got all my pens with me from class to show you. I have 2 tens. Each bundle has 10 pens inside. 2 tens plus 1 10 equals how many tens? 3 tens. But how many markers do I have all together? What does 3 tens mean? Can you count by tens to figure it out? 10, 20, 30. So I've got 30 pens. Brought them all home. So when we're writing the 2 tens, we can write the value of how many markers I actually have as 20. My 2. 20 plus 10 more, 10, equals 30. And let's not marker. Okay, so when I write, so this time when I write my, number bond, I am going to write my whole at the top. What do I end with? 30. And I'm going to split it into what I started with, 20 and 10 more. So here's my number bond. 30 equals 20 plus 10. 20 plus 10 equals 30. All right. Now, so in your problem set, you're going to see similar pictures. You're going to see bundles of things, which we know each are going to have 10 in them, so I can count by tens to write how many tens it is, like this, 2 tens. And then underneath, you're going to write the value or the amount of each of them in your number sentence. So 2 tens is 20, and 1 10 is 10, equals what? Write your answer. The next section that you're going to do is going to be with subtracting, taking away tens. So if I have, let's change my number bond, change my drawings, and I just have 2 minus 1. Now when you're doing minus, remember you're taking it away, crossing it out. Don't draw extra, cross out. So if I have 2 fingers and I take away 1, I'm left with 1. 2 minus 1 is 1. And this time, my whole is what I start with. So my 2 goes on the top, and 1 makes 2. So 2 minus 1 is 1. Now let's do it with our tens. So again, erase my drawing so I can start over, erase my answer. 2 tens minus 1 10 equals what? So let me show you my pens again. Here's my 2 tens. I only need to draw 2 tens because now I'm going to take away. Got so many more. Now I'm going to take away. So in your pictures in your problem set, you're going to cross 1 out. It says cross out 10 minus 10. Cross it out. I'm left with 1 10. So do you see how it's similar to my ones when I did 2 minus 1 is 1? 2 tens minus 1 10 equals 1 10. Again, down here, let's write the value now. Value of my number bond. 20 minus 10 equals 10. My number bond. Remember, in our subtraction problems, we always start with the whole in subtraction. So the whole number goes on top, and the parts go on the bottom. 10 plus 10 equals 20. Remember, we can do subtraction backwards as addition, and we should get the answer. 10 and 10 is 20. Or we do subtraction this way. 20 minus 10 equals 10. Again, having our 2 tens, 20 minus 10 equals 10. Okay, so again, on your problem set, it's going to look similar, and you will have pictures of different items that come in groups of tens.